All right, so have you heard about this deal that's going around for the PS5 Pro?
Oh, yeah, this is a pretty wild one.
It sounds a little too good to be true.
Yeah,
So we're going to deep dive into all the details about it today.
it's good.
This is it's for like the limited edition
Right.
PlayStation 5 Pro bundle.
Yep, and it's the 30th anniversary bundle,
Oh, wow.
which is even cooler.
Yeah.
So it has the console,
Okay.
the DualSense Edge controller, and the charging station,
Nice.
all decked out in that original PlayStation gray,
Very cool.
which is like a huge selling point for me, at least.
Yeah. I mean, they only released 12,300 of these.
Worldwide.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good luck finding one.
Yeah, I bet they were gone in like a second.
Oh, yeah, in a flash.
So what's the catch here?
So the catch is
He's got to be a catch.
it's a giveaway
Okay.
hosted by StockX.
Oh, interesting.
Online marketplace. So
Okay.
if you know anything about StockX, you know that they do a lot of like sneaker
Uh-huh.
giveaways and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this is kind of up their alley.
So what are our odds of winning?
I would say slim to none.
Oh.
You're probably more likely to win the lottery.
Okay. Well, for $1 entry fee,
I mean, yeah.
that's less than a cup of coffee.
Yeah, it's worth a shot, right?
I feel like it's almost silly not to.
Yeah, the thing is, this bundle retails for like almost $1,000.
Oh, wow. Almost $1,000.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So for $1, I mean,
Yeah.
why not?
So for anyone who maybe isn't familiar with like the differences between the PS5 Pro
Right,
and the regular PS5, besides the obvious aesthetic design,
right.
what are we looking at here?
So the Pro is basically just like the next step up.
Okay.
It's got enhanced visuals, it's got smoother gameplay, you can run games at higher resolutions and frame rates.
Oh, very cool.
Like it's a considerable difference.
So it's like the PS4 Pro was to the PS4.
Exactly, yeah, it's kind of like an
Mhm.
in-between generation.
Gotcha.
Where
Okay.
they can kind of upgrade the hardware a little bit
Oh.
before they release like a whole new console generation.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the design is obviously a huge part of the appeal here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially for like us older folks
Yeah,
who grew up playing the original PlayStation, that gray just brings back so many
it
memories.
really does.
Yeah,
It's nostalgic.
it's giving me flashbacks to the 90s.
Yeah.
Unwrapping my first PlayStation.
Yeah, and the fact that they included that gray on the DualSense Edge controller
Uh-huh.
and the charging station too, it's
Yeah.
just like a really nice touch.
It's a cohesive design.
Yeah.
It's very nice. Yeah. I mean, I'm fully aware that the odds are like incredibly slim,
Yeah.
but I'm already picturing it on my shelf.
Oh, yeah.
It's beautiful.
It would be a centerpiece.
It really would.
Yeah.
So is there anything else we need to know before we try and enter this competition?
So a couple things. The giveaway is only open to U.S. residents.
Oh, man. Bummer.
So sorry to our international listeners.
Anything else? And this is the real kicker. The deadline is tomorrow,
Oh,
February 14th,
wow. Okay.
Valentine's Day.
Okay.
So if you are even remotely interested, you need to act fast.
This is a now or never situation.
Yeah?
So we know that the clock is ticking, the prize is legendary, the competition is fierce.
Yeah.
But is it all about winning?
That's a good question.
Statistically, the chances of any one of us winning are incredibly small.
Yeah, it's more like a lottery than anything else. It's more about like the thrill of the chase, you know?
Yeah.
The hope of defying the odds.
Yeah.
It makes you think about what really motivates people to participate in these things.
Or is it just the desire to own something so rare and exclusive
Oh yeah, a piece of gaming history.
that very few people will ever possess?
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's deeper than just one of the console, I think.
Yeah, it's about nostalgia.
Uh-huh.
It's about exclusivity
Okay.
and the allure of the unattainable.
We've gone deep.
We have.
Okay, before we go too far down that rabbit hole, let's take a minute to unpack the history of limited edition consoles.
Okay.
Like, why are these things so special?
I'm glad you asked.
What is it about them?
It's a fascinating history.
All right.
I think you'll enjoy this. So the history of limited edition consoles, it's really interesting, actually.
Oh, yeah.
It goes back further than you might think,
Really?
like way back to the early days of gaming.
Wow.
You know, in the 90s, Nintendo released a special edition gold-painted Super Nintendo
Oh, wow.
to celebrate the release of The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past.
I think I've seen pictures of that.
Yeah, it was super flashy
Yeah, well,
and bold for its time
yeah.
and instantly became a collector's item.
Right.
And then, of course, who could forget the Nintendo 64 Pikachu edition?
Oh, yeah.
that adorable yellow console
Yeah.
with a little 3D Pikachu on the controller.
Oh, yeah.
Genius.
Yeah, it's like those little details that
Right.
just make it so cool to look back on.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just the technology, it's like
Yeah.
the memories.
It's about the memories.
Yeah, that they evoke.
And the impact they had
Yeah.
on gaming culture.
Totally.
Exactly. As gaming evolved, so did the limited edition consoles.
Okay.
We started seeing consoles themed after popular games,
Oh.
movies, even sports teams.
Like, what comes to mind for you?
I mean, the Halo Xbox 360 was a big one.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that thing was going for crazy prices on eBay
For years.
for years.
And then, like, the Darth Vader PlayStation 3.
Yes,
That was sick.
the Star Wars logo, custom controller.
Yeah, like, these weren't just for playing games anymore. It was like a
Right.
statement.
It was part of your identity.
Yeah, it reflected your
That's exactly,
personality,
Chris.
your coolness factor.
It was exactly.
Big time.
You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. And then there's, like, the whole scarcity thing.
Oh, yeah, huge part of it.
Like, the fewer units produced,
The more desirable they become.
the more they're worth.
Supply and demand, baby.
Basic economics.
When something is rare and highly sought after, the value skyrockets.
Which brings us back to this PS5 Pro giveaway.
Right, full circle.
It's like winning. This isn't just about getting a console. It's like,
It's an investment.
yeah, it's about owning a piece of gaming history.
You could put it in a glass case.
Yeah. And there's definitely some bragging rights involved,
Oh, for sure.
but I think it's more than that.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's like the emotional connection we have with these things.
Absolutely.
Like they represent something.
They do.
It takes us back.
Yeah, to a specific time and place in our lives.
Exactly.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
These limited edition consoles, they tap into a sense of nostalgia,
Yeah.
wonder,
Uh-huh.
reminding us of the joy and escapism that gaming provides.
It's amazing how, like, a game console can be so much more.
Yeah, it really is.
It's like a cultural artifact almost.
It is.
So we've talked a lot about the positives,
Right.
all the excitement, the
That
nostalgia.
collector's mentality.
Yeah. But what about the potential downsides?
That's a good point.
Are there any ethical considerations here? There are.
Like, I'm thinking about scalping.
Oh, yeah.
The prices.
It
There's
can-
like a whole other side to this.
Yeah, there's a darker side to this market that we can't ignore.
Let's unpack that a little bit.
Okay.
What are some of the ethical concerns surrounding these consoles?
So first of all, scalping, we touched on it a little bit earlier,
Yeah.
but it's a big issue.
For sure.
They use bots and other tactics to buy up as many units as possible.
And like the second they go on sale,
Literally seconds,
yeah,
leaving genuine fans
empty-handed.
empty-handed and frustrated,
Yeah.
and then they turn around and sell those same consoles.
For like 2 or 3 times the price?
Yeah, exorbitant prices, sometimes even more.
It's insane.
It's like they're holding these consoles hostage,
Yeah.
exploiting the passion and excitement of real fans.
Right. And it creates this artificial scarcity
Exactly.
that just drives up the prices even more.
It's a vicious cycle
It really is.
that only benefits the scalpers.
So what can we do about this? I mean, that's the million-dollar question.
Is there any way to combat this?
I wish I had an easy answer.
Yeah.
I don't think there is one.
To make it fairer for everyone?
Yeah.
Man, that was eye-opening.
It really is.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about.
Yeah, there's so much more to it than meets the eye.
Yeah, for sure.
But, you know, what can you do?
Yeah, what can you do?
It's just the reality of the situation.
So let's bring it back to this PS5 Pro bundle.
Okay, yeah.
This giveaway.
Imagine you're the lucky winner.
Let's say, hypothetically.
Yeah, hypothetically, you won this thing. What do you do?
What do you do?
Right.
Do you rip open the box?
Do you play it?
Yeah.
Or do you keep it pristine?
Or do you keep it in the box?
Like in mint condition.
Yeah, like...
You know, bubble wrap the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Put it in a safe.
Yeah, like, what do you do?
What's the move?
Because we're not just talking about, like,
Right.
a game console here. This is like...
A piece of history.
Yeah.
A potential investment.
Yeah, I mean, this is a dilemma. For sure, it really makes you think about,
It does.
like, what's important to you.
Yeah. What do you value more?
Yeah.
The experience or the possession?
Yeah, the thrill of the experience.
Yeah.
Or just the pride of owning it.
Yeah, the bragging rights.
Or, like, maybe even the financial gain.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. There's no right or wrong answer here.
Exactly.
It's a very personal decision.
It really is all about your own personal priorities
Yeah.
and how you perceive value.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes this topic so interesting.
It's not about right or wrong. It's about
Yeah.
exploring the different ways we relate to
Uh-huh.
the things we collect,
I think
things we cherish.
All right, well, as we wrap up our deep dive today,
Okay.
I want to leave you with this thought.
All right, hit me.
What does this console represent to you?
Well, that's a good one.
Is it a chance to, like, upgrade your gaming?
Yeah.
Or is it a shot at owning a piece of history?
Or something else entirely.
Or maybe it's something else.
Yeah.
Maybe it's both.
Could be.
All right, well, I hope this conversation is giving you a new perspective
I hope so.
on the world of limited edition consoles.
It's a wild world.
It really is.
But it's a fun one.
It is.
If you can navigate it
Yeah.
successfully.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And may you always be
Yeah.
on the winning side
That's right.
of the digital lottery.
The digital lottery of life.
That's right.